of people around the world think it's a genocide. I happen to think it's a genocide. But you have called that accusation absurd. Why?
Well, I once investigated a real genocide by Muslim Turks against the Christian communities of Turkey around the year 1900. Some 2 million Christians were killed at the time by Muslim Turks. And that's what a genocide actually looks like. What's happening in Gaza is a war. It's a war in which there are a lot of collateral deaths among Gazans. The war started, of course, by the Hamas from Gaza in a giant massacre on October 7th. And the only way to respond to that, and any country would have responded to that, more or less in the same fashion, I think, was to try and go after the Hamas. I myself have problems with the war as it's being waged, but genocide it definitely isn't. The aim here is not to kill as many Palestinians.
That's not the definition of genocide. It's one of the you wrote a book on genocide. That's not the definition of genocide.
It's one of the definitions.
It's not.
Try and kill.
It's not based on numbers, the definition
It's also based on intent and on numbers.
Yes, it's based on the intent.
Yes.
There's to destroy, to kill in whole or in part.
There's no intent here.
That's as far as I know, intent.
I'm not.
I just want to
I'm not a government spokesman. You seem to be presenting me as a government spokesman.
How did I present you in a government spokesman? I asked you for your view on the war. I didn't say anything. We'll come to the government. I'm just asking about your view right now. The definition of genocide, you wrote a book on it, is nothing to do with how many people you kill. So it's not a numbers game.
It's also a numbers game.
You say it's not genocide. Can we at least agree that it's genocidal rhetoric and genocidal intent from various members of the Israeli government?
Yes.
Can we agree that the rhetoric from Netanyahu and Herzog and Smotrich, this is genocidal rhetoric?
Some of the ministers, I'm not sure about Herzog's quotes, and I'm not sure about what Netanyahu said, but some of the ministers...
Netanyahu said Amalek, Benny. You know what Amalek means.
I don't know if that's the same as genocide, but...
Killing every man, woman, and child.
I don't know.
And the donkeys.
Listen, there's something absurd about this line of questioning. If Israel was intent on genocide, would you let me talk?
Hold on, can you let him speak?
Would you let me talk?
Can you let him speak? Yes. Guys, we are going to have to stop the entire show, and you will all have to go home if we do not have some order. Benny, please finish your point.
If there was a genocidal intent in the war-making in Gaza, there would be not 30,000 or... Incidentally, the numbers are all issued by Hamas. We don't know how true they are. But if there was genocidal intent by the Israeli government with the Israeli military machine to commit genocide in Gaza, there would not be 30,000 or 20,000 Gazans dead. There would be hundreds of thousands of Gazans dead.
I'm sure.
That is called genocide, and that's not what's happening in Gaza.
Benny, we've already discussed that's not the definition of genocide. But okay, let me ask you this.
That's not your definition.
No,
of
it's
genocide.
the 1948 Genocide Convention.
There's lots of different.
Forget it. Forget the 1948 Genocide Convention.
There are lots of definitions.
That's not true, Benny. There's only one. There's only one. It's the 1948 Genocide Convention.
That sounds dogmatic. There's only one. There's only one truth, the Hamas truth. Sound the same.
Is the 1948 Genocide Convention a Hamas charter? Is everything Hamas, Benny?